So if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you do not get to have an identity crisis. And of course, if you're new here, I'm actually a diagnosed narcissist. Like, narcissistic people have our own identity crisis that we deal with every single day. So if you're in any type of relationship with us, like you're our partner, spouse, kid, or whatever it is, like your own identity crisis, like bother us. Like, we don't want to deal with your mental mess as we deal with our own, if that makes sense. And this happened in my real life because, like, as my wife transitioned from being like a marketing executive for a company to a stay-at-home mom, she was struggling with her identity, and that used to get on my nerves. I'm like, what are you complaining about? You get to stay at home all day. I gotta go to work, blah, 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 boo, 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 beep, beep, beep. But through therapy and sitting down and talking to her and listening, you actually understand that it's a struggle not knowing who you are, going from living this one type of life to living a completely other type of life where you feel like you're only defined by this one specific thing. In this case, she was feeling like she was only being defined as being a mother. She used to be a marketing executive. With a narcissist, you'll struggle with that because they typically refuse to see your perspective on that type of thing right there. They would rather just say, hey, look, you need to get over it. Stop complaining. They see you crying out for help, crying out for understanding as a complaint. They like you just attention starved, you too emotional, get over it, blah, 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 blah. Because my mind used to work that way, y'all. I used to always think that her, like, she was completely valid in her, like, complaints and in her emotional responses, but I would just see it as, like, complaining. Because I'm so focused on my own stuff, like being being a narcissist and being selfishly centered on my own life. I didn't see things from her perspective until I went to therapy, until I sat down and talked to her, until we did marriage counseling. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're probably going to struggle with something similar to this, y'all. Where if you transition from doing one thing in life to another one, and you don't know who you are anymore, or you're struggling emotionally or mentally or something like that, that narcissistic person, don't expect them to be there for that. Anyways, you made it this far, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Thanks.